Care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair, the world's lightest wheelchair, is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
Attention all business owners and creative minds. Do you need a unique and personalized touch for your products? Look no further than Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs. We offer custom laser engraving services for a variety of products, including promotional items and corporate or personal gifts. With state-of-the-art equipment and a team of skilled designers, we can engrave intricate designs on virtually any material. Whether it's a special message, a company logo, or a custom design, Romika Laser Engraving will help you make your mark. And the best part, our prices are affordable and our turnaround time is quick.
I couldn't be happier with the work Romika Laser Engraving did for me. The engraving on my product was precise and exactly what I wanted.
So don't wait any longer to add a personal touch to your products. Call Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs today at 817-400-4040 or visit our website at romikadesigns.com. We look forward to helping you make your mark.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
The voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
Let's get it.
Cody ain't even taking a second. He's like,
just,
what happened to y'all's team last week?
Can you just put an L on there? Like, hey, live.
Yeah.
That's what we didn't know, but if you live.
You know the rules first, Cody. You got to drop an L for live, R for replay, which obviously he's not watching the replay. But hey, I'll say, great win by their 5U team. I'll be the first to tell you that. Came down to the last play, last few seconds. Cody definitely wasn't there. He was still in bed. There ain't no way he was there. I can tell you that right now. he was out, for sure. But we got a full house today. It is Battle of the Mini Boot. So we have Elks and Raiders, and we're getting along great. Now, we've only been here 2.5 minutes, so I can't promise what's going to happen. The fact that Doug and Justin are sitting next to each other, y'all, I'm the door's
It's a
shut.
miracle. It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
It's a miracle. We got like civilized control happening in here.
The cops are outside, so
They're on standby, which apparently that needs to be happening at our fields too.
Apparently.
It's just all right. You guys know the drill. I'm going to let some folks get on, but we got some more little house cleaning stuff to clean up, and then we're going to talk about picks. We're going to talk about Battle of the Boot. We got all kinds of fun stuff. We are week 5.
Week 5.
Week 5. I had the show title today, Playoff Push, because I think that's where we're at right now. Like teams are making their push. We got seedings that are important. We've got some big games still coming up this week. Obviously, we got the local connection here, but there's a lot of other big games that are out there. Chris says, "How about them KYA Wildcats 9U? Great win."
Yep, they're still undefeated.
They still rolling right along. But that's typical KYA, right?
No, I wasn't gonna say it.
But you're thinking it.
No, I was not.
He was
KYA,
thinking,
y'all doing good. Undefeated, baby. 4-0. Let's go, Wildcats.
Are you paying your wife to make comments? Nope. She says 2 of the best guys at BYU are sitting at your table. He's paying her. Coop's a little nervous today. I told him only a few thousand people, watch the show.
That's it.
When the week goes on. All right, let's talk about some house cleaning stuff real quick. So, parents, coaches, town reps, dogs, cats, anybody that's attending games at Northwest. We told you guys last week before the show that we're really going to start cracking down on incidents happening at the field, from parents yelling and screaming obscenities to fights with kids and even fights with parents, etc. And I don't know, Doug, that they believed us.
No, they didn't believe us.
We had honestly several incidents, and I would just tell you, as a person that also is on a youth board but also does a lot of youth work, some of which were embarrassing. Everybody has their reasons why incidents happened when you get in these heated games, and to me, something that my grandmama used to tell me when she'd be whipping me with the switch is 2 wrongs don't make a right. And the reality of it is that we've had some issues happen this weekend. We're not going to take the whole show to talk about those. If you were around these stadiums, they happen, if you don't know, then, we're not here about gossip and water cooler talk. But what I will tell you is that the league stepped in and took some pretty severe actions. We've had people banned as of this week. And so we told you guys this was coming. We have coaches on suspension. We have multiple towns that are on they're on a notice. We have coaching staffs on notice that the head coaches, assistant coaches, or any parents and stuff could be removed from the league, including the kids. And guys, this is about one thing. I can say this. So Wednesday night, being part of the executive board, Doug and myself we were 10:30, 11 o'clock meeting Wednesday night, going over, reviewing film from all these towns in just a closed meeting and trying to decide what's best. And here's the reality. There was one thing that happened, not going to tell you the town or place, that kind of took all of our breath away. And then I'll let the VP talk, and we're going to get right to football. But in a lot of these instances, guys, kids were just left unattended. They were left alone. Right? Like parents chirping and jawing and stuff like that, and kids were left alone. And this is what we're all here for. Even everybody that's online right now, right? This is what we're here for, is for the kids. Parents pay their hard-earned money for these kids to sign up and learn sports and integrity and stuff like that. We need to remember that. Right? We need to remember that going out, and that's what we're all about. We're a rec league. We're not a select league. We're rec football. This is where everybody gets the opportunity to play. They should be getting an opportunity to play in all the towns, every place. People should be out there playing. So, guys, remember that going out. And we've got way too talented of a league and people here to let a few little bad apples, because that's what it is, run the bunch.
Yeah, I think that the one incident that you're referring to, we always talk about every meeting that we have. Somebody's going to say it's about the kids, about the kids, about the kids. All right. I agree with you. It should be about the kids, but that display was definitely nothing to do with kids on a football field.
Yeah.
0 with them. They were like, what's going on? What just happened? Did we win? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, why are they screaming at each other? It was ridiculous to watch that. And I think everybody needs to remember why you're coaching. If you're a parent, why is your kid out there? You're there to watch him. You want to enjoy your kid play. That's what you're there for, right? To enjoy your kid play. I get the refs mess up, make mistakes. But, again, they're human. They're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. how you handle it is the problem.
Yes.
Right. So there is zero. Let me say again, zero tolerance for any parent running on that field. If little Johnny's hurt, we might be able to help you out that one. But other than that, there is no reason whatsoever you need to come on that field to do anything. To scream at a ref, to scream at another kid, to hit your kid, none of that needs to happen. That's not going to happen. You will be banned. You will not be able to come watch Johnny play. We can't do it. It's I'm done with it. Everybody at the organization is done with this nonsense. So if you want to do that, it's your choice. I understand too that a level 2 offense just means you've done something that we think is over the bounds of just, I might have yelled a curse word on accident. Your kid also will be suspended from playing. So with the parent, you want to act a fool enough, Johnny ain't playing either. So it's up to you how you want to handle it. But at this point, it's zero tolerance, and zero means zero. So whatever excuse you may have, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I think that you heard it right from the VP's mouth, from the executive board, and guys, we just want to play good, clean football. And look, let me just be real clear, and I've told this to some of the parents. That don't mean you can't be yelling at the ref that he's blind. Have at it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because some of them are. Let's just be honest, right? We absolutely, and I want you guys to also know that on the executive board, we are definitely doing everything we can and taking action with the refs and things of that nature. We get it that some of these guys are bad. And if you're listening to refs, I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Some of them are bad. But once again, going back to what my grandmama said when she's about to whip me with that switch, 2 wrongs don't make a right.
So too, some of the refs are fantastic. So
some of them are.
They're not all bad.
There's some good crews out there that have done really, really well in communicating, and we appreciate that. And guys, we're going to keep refining that and going from there. But yeah, so for sure, we got a lot of shout outs. 6U Elks definitely had a big win. 10U Elks is ready to go. Got a lot of people jumping on. Gris saying keep it positive. Appreciate that support there. Demondre says, here we go, Mike. I hadn't even said nothing about their teams yet.
They're ready. They know what you're going to do.
Ready for what?
You not to pick on.
What is my record right? I just want to know. Well, let's get this out of the way. What was my record last week?
Last week was 31-13. You went down.
I went down 1 game.
You went down.
And it was my team.
It was your team.
That I went down.
Yes.
But if you wouldn't have put us in lock of the week, I wouldn't have lost.
Oh, I locked you again. No, I didn't.
Hey, and then
Wait a minute. Every time I picked you, you won except for last week.
Look, I'm not gonna make excuses. I lost when
you picked against me.
So I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna wait for Eric and them to and Cody to go ahead and post this. My starting QB had strep throat. He was out sick, and he's also one of my better tacklers. Nothing away from RYA. They won the game fair and square, and they did a great job. They actually have a really good little team out there. Me and Coop were just talking about that. They're better than their record says they are. But that's a lot of that with a lot of Northwest teams, yeah. Right? And then also there's another team that I have to shout out, and we'll talk about some shout outs. But you remember me saying something about that Midlow Robinson team that just didn't. Yeah, they put a hurting on somebody this weekend.
Yeah,
we
have no doubts about Midlow Robinson.
Well, there was a little doubts kind of creeping in the room because their scores and stuff like that. I mean, they kind of flexed some muscle this weekend, and I think they may have put them on notice a little bit. But all right, let's talk about it.
What are we talking about?
It's the Battle of the Mini Boot.
Let's
go.
What is that?
All right, so let's fill in the chat, and we're gonna have picks. We're gonna pick games, stuff like that. But first, we got the house cleaning. We're gonna start to my right. Doug, don't introduce yourself. Everybody knows who you are. But we're gonna start to my right, and we're gonna start here with Andy. Introduce yourself, what you do for your organization, work our way around, and then we're gonna tell you guys what's happening in Burleson this weekend.
Sure, I'm Andy Barrett. I'm the president of the BBGC Elks. Been with the board and on the Elks sidelines since 2005. So. Don't really have any kids doing it anymore, but I'm out there for the kids, just like Mike said. I think everybody at this table and most coaches out there are there for the same reason for these kids, and everybody's comments I appreciate. Yeah, keep it positive. It's for those kids. So,
Brianna wants me to point out that they demolished Waxahachie. Sedelios.
I mean, that's kind of positive, I guess.
Did they?
They did.
I didn't. I got that update yet.
They did.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Right here, sir.
All right, I'm Justin Whitehead. I am the football director with the BBGC Elks. I've been over there since, dirt was invented. Been there a minute. I'm going on year 11 or 12. I don't know. I'm too old to count. But been there a long time. And, same thing y'all said. We've been doing it forever since my kids have been out. doing it for these kids. Love coaching them up, love coaching them out, and love seeing what they can do.
And last but not least,
my name is Sean Cooper. I'm the 5U head coach, and I've been coaching for BYA for 3 years.
Awesome. And Coop, you do the 5U team, right? And Justin,
Correct.
You're the 9U team, and then one of the 12U head coaches here. And then, of course, y'all know Doug. Any introduction from there? Coach over also at BYA, and then I also coach over at the Elks. So we got a lot of people shouting stuff out. We got here, better be ready, Doug. G is coming for you. Hope your O-line and D-line. This is from Taylor Schmidt.
Who's G?
And then Sarah says, yes, Elk's coming for everybody. And Sarah's trying to call me out. I was convinced Saginaw was going to beat Holcomb. Sarah, we don't talk about stuff in the past. We talk about right now. We don't talk about the past, right?
It's one of them 13, Mike.
Yeah, it's one of them 13. Let's focus on the 31, right? All right, so let's talk about what's happening over at Hughes, right? It's where we're all playing tomorrow for the most part. So if you guys don't know, not just y'all bear with us here. For Dixon says Whitehead had the boys ready. We'll talk about that game too here in a few. But for you guys that don't know what's happening, so in Burleson we have 2 high schools. We have Centennial, and then we have the Elks.
Let's go Elks.
We have 2 youth football programs. Don't ask me why Raiders aren't called Centennial, but they're not. And then we have the Elks. See,
there was a Spartan team. That's why
there was a Spartan team, but they lasted like a year and a half. Y'all should change that. But we'll talk about that later.
We're good.
But honestly, the Raiders have been around. So I was a Raider. They've been around for a long time in Burleson.
Doug was an Elk too, by the way.
Now, as a player, as a coach, yes. My oldest son was Elk.
Oh, really?
Who were you coaching with, Doug?
A guy named Justin, and then another guy, Jerry, Kennedy. I don't know. There's a bunch of them I coached with over there.
So every year there's what they call the Battle of the Boot that happens in Burleson, the 2 high schools. And so for years, because we've all played in different leagues, the Raiders and the Elks, we would scrimmage each other a lot in teams, but they just really never had the opportunity to play. Well, last year we had the opportunity. It was a lot of fun. And this year, with a little bit of help with the schedule of being able to put as many of the teams together, we're actually having a Burleson day. So number one, if you guys are around the Burleson area, you want to see some good football, I think we're kicking off at 8 a.m.
Yeah, 8 a.m.
And the last game 6:30 now. It got changed to. So it's going to be an 8 a.m. to probably 9 p.m. type of day. Come on out there and come and visit and support us and go from there. Here's my short story about how I came into youth football. So Andy and them know this. I don't know if you know this yet.
I remember.
So I never knew there was a Burleson Elks here in the Burleson area. So we were at Academy Coop, and my oldest, who's now playing for Kerr in junior high on the A team, shout out Preston if you're listening. We were in Academy, and so my wife was not so sure she wanted him to play football. I knew I wanted to play football. And there was a table set up, and they were doing signups, right? Which I don't know why people don't do that anymore. Maybe they still do. But there's tables set up for signups, things of that nature. So Ashley, my wife, was off shopping a little bit, and I looked Preston like, buddy, you want to play football? He's like, yeah. I said, all right, come on, let's go real quick. So we walk over there, and I remember Kevin Craig was over there. I think, Justin, you were over there. I don't remember seeing Andy over there at that time, but I got him signed up as fast as I could. They probably couldn't read my chicken scratch handwriting. Kevin helped me put a helmet on him, and like they had some stuff over there. We got the stuff, and I don't remember what they gave us when we walked off, but I thought, okay, now how am I going to tell my wife this? Let me just at least get home and tell her. Well, we walked right back around Academy, and the first thing, my son says is, Mom, I'm playing football. She's like, no, you're not. Yes, I am. I was like, well, he kind of is. But intentionally, I thought that was the Raiders because I did not know there was another youth football thing. And so obviously got the practice schedule, stuff like that. I wound up actually being on Andy's team. That's where Andy and I first met. And very blessed for that. Obviously, I made a huge lot of friends and stuff. And so I say all that to say I thought my kid was going to be a Raider like his dad and said he was an Elk and had a great time, won Super Bowl with that team. And has learned a lot and has gone all the way through the Elks. And now my youngest one is in 5U going back through it again. And so both of these towns, I can say, create such a family atmosphere. I know there's lifelong Raiders and stuff. My stepdad, who he met my mom for me playing through the Raiders. He is a lifelong Raider in Burleson, right? He still comes to the Elk games, but he's still a Raider because he coached for the Raiders a long time ago. And so a lot of good stuff that's going on in Burleson. But here's my deal. one thing that we need your help with, and I see a lot of Burleson parents on here right now. One thing that we need your help with in Burleson is we need our schools to get behind us. You know, Aaron makes a little comment, Aaron Petty on here. He says, imagine if Burleson only had one team, nobody would have ever heard of Saginaw. The reality of it is that if Burleson had all of our kids working together, I think Burleson could win state championships. And we don't get a lot, and I'm sorry if you're listening from the school district, but maybe you can help us. We don't get a lot of support from the school. Both of our organizations are nonprofit organizations, and every penny that is raised goes right back to them. And man, we get charged just like you guys out the wazoo. I mean, I wish I could say we're showing up at, first off, I think these kids should be playing in BISD Stadium this weekend. We were told no.
Get out.
Right? I mean, come on.
No chance. It's crazy.
This is your future.
That's
so
the weird part about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, and they wonder why kids
don't playing there anyway.
Don't stay.
So
here's my question for the table, right? Is there changing that? Like, what do we need to do to change that? Because these kids that not playing at Hughes is bad. Hughes is a nice area, but it's not the stadium. That's important to kids. Andy, you've been around youth sports. I'll start with you. What do we do to change it?
Well, I know that speaking to the superintendent is a good idea. I've definitely seen him. I know Justin has too. We see him up at No Frills all the time, and he's very cordial to us and always, hey, I'd love to help you guys out, and just write me an email. And then a year goes by and we're still getting the same issues, and we can't get access to stuff. I paid $13,000 in property taxes last year.
Yeah, mine was up there too.
And so I feel like, we should have some access. Our kids should have the opportunity to play at schools. When we go to other smaller districts and even bigger ones, we go to Mineral Wells. Jack out there in Mineral Wells, and remember we were out there on a Sunday. He has a key to the school.
Yeah,
set the alarm on your way out, Jack. I mean, we're not asking for that. We just want to be on the field and let our kids have the opportunity to play on a nice field and that we pay for. And we have how many turf fields in this town, and we have to play on whatever's left.
Exactly.
The scraps.
Exactly.
Doug, you've been around a while. What's your thoughts on it?
I agree with everything he just said. And I guess the only thing we can do is get all our kids together, all these coaches together, walk up there to the next board meeting and be like, what? Tell us why we can't use whatever. Why does it cost me basically $150 an hour to use the field?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just explain that to me.
Well, and I can tell you, and Justin, you probably can speak to this too, that originally it was we all hated each other and they didn't want to get in the middle of it, right? That's the original thing. It's like, oh, the Elks and Raiders, they hate each other. Like, we're not going to get in the middle of politics here. You guys got to. Well, now they don't have that leg to stand on because we've had a lot of synergies working together, even though we're two different organizations. And Justin, I know you've been in touch with working with the school district and stuff for some of the things that we're doing. What would your suggestion be? I mean, I'm all for going to a board meeting to try to get some. I mean, I just want these kids to grow up in to me, this is why people leave Burleson, if you want to know the truth. And they don't stay and play for a Burleson High School or Burleson Centennial because they're not bought into the program. And I'll just say it, if Dix, if you're listening, and all those guys for middle school, we've invited them out to our games last year. They were invited out this past weekend to see. I know several of the kids invited them out. I don't know if any of them showed. I know Dix and them didn't show up to the game, but I don't know if any middle school coaches did. I invited them all to come this weekend to come see them out for the middle school. And I just don't understand why they just don't even show up. Justin, your thoughts?
Well, to me, obviously, it's all about public sentiment. We got to get the parents driving it. We got to get all of the folks. I mean, this is our money that's going towards these facilities that we're not able to utilize. And simply put, these kids that grow up here, live here, support here, the whole nine, they're not able to use it. And here we are struggling as organizations sometimes to cover the cost for extra facilities just so we can have games and provide a great experience for these kids.
Yeah. And here's what you said, extra facilities. Here's what I hate. So we all know what's coming in some point in time in November and December, Coop. And I can tell you that there's going to be times that it's going to be rainy and cold and stuff like that. And we have those nice little indoor places that it'd be nice if they said, okay, Raiders, you take, Centennial, Elks, you take BHS, get those kids out of the elements and get them in there and let them practice. But they don't. They're off limits. That's what frustrates me, man.
I mean, I will say that the coaches are amazing, though.
Yes,
that's important that we do state that these coaches, high school coaches, are awesome. If you need something, they're like, yeah, what do you need? What do you want? What do you want? they just can't give you access to certain things because it's not on them. If they could, we'd all be inside. You know what I'm saying? They are. You need pads, whatever you need, they'll help you out. It's not them. Their hands are tied as well. So.
Yeah, and there's a lot of comments coming in. Rick says, Doug hit it on the head. BY says, we appreciate the support the high school coaches give us and everything they've done for us. And that's true. I can tell you both high school coaches, they definitely are there, but they don't make the decision.
Right.
That's what stinks about it.
It's the suits behind the desk.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It really is. And then Brandon says, in my opinion, the atmosphere, the energy at small park games are much better. And I can't disagree with that. Playing in almost an empty high school stadium each week is a little bit overrated. And I think there is some things to that. But when you have like big events like we're about to have this weekend, it's good to put them in there, right? Like I guarantee you poll any of the kids out there, if they had the opportunity to go play at Cowboys Stadium, they would all be flipping backflips, right? It's a big deal for these kids to play. And I'm not saying every week or whatever the case may be, but it would be nice to have them. Sarah asks, is this a Jimerson move or beyond him? It's kind of between Jimerson and Ozzie, the athletic director. That's really the two that make the final call. And then also the school board. Those would be the folks that would make the call. Rick asked when the next school board meeting is. So, and I'd be game for it as long as we do it in a proper, respectful manner, because BISD has a lot of great things going on for them. I love BISD as far as, their education and things of that nature. But it would be nice for them to buy into our athletes a little bit more.
Hashtag help us out.
Help us out. Hashtag help us out. Brittany says, been part of 2 other youth organizations, Grandview and Alvarado. Both schools support their youth. Chris says, we're blessed with support in Waxahachie, but highlights when they see highlights, lack support in other town. And that's great for you guys that have that in the town. So this weekend's games, I guess, so Becky and Kim, right? And is Cherry helping with that, or is it just kind of just Becky and Kim? Anyway, we told you guys, so we have little boots being made up for the games for the kids. And this is kind of a replica of the high school. They do a battle of the boot. And so we have boots being made up. We're going to pick our games last for this weekend. But one thing everybody's looking forward to this weekend, what is it? We'll start you, Coop. We'll go backwards this time. What's one thing you're looking forward to this weekend? And don't say beating me.
Just being able to line up against another coach like you and being able to see what you bring to the table and the chess match that comes on that football field. Kind of like when I played Kennedale, that 3 overtimes.
Yeah.
It was mentally tired after that game. I was so mentally tired.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad you are doing all the home stuff, see, because we don't have nothing out of fields. I am out at like 9:15, man. The day is over.
As long as you don't take it to 3 overtimes, we'll be all right.
No 3 overtimes at all. No 3 overtimes. Justin, what are you looking forward to the most this weekend?
Well, to me, it's the energy that the boys are bringing to the game. They're so excited and so enthusiastic about this week. It's kind of a next level experience for them. I mean, we're talking about bragging rights. We're talking about all those things. I'm getting messages from parents that are trash talking to each other at school. It's great. Apparently, I'm hearing all this stuff about how all Raiders are eating elk burgers tonight and elk steaks.
That's awesome.
It's great. To me, it's
we're going to eat those on Saturday.
Oh,
okay.
He's already talking. See, I was wondering when it was going to start.
That's all I got.
So what's funny is 2 of my boys that play on my team and 2 of his boys that play on his team go to the same school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So all the Clinksdale kindergarten teachers are going to be at our game.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I didn't either. Kim was the one that told me that yesterday.
Oh man, that's
going to be fun.
That's really cool. Yeah, I'm excited for that too. As far as that goes, Doug, what are you looking forward to this weekend?
Just like I think the excitement of the game itself. The kids are pumped up, because it is bragging rights going on, and you love to see them so excited to play, and that's what I like the most. They're so excited. Let's go already, like let's play now, so that's kind of cool to watch, to see that, and so that means it's going to be a good game because both sides are pumped up and ready to go, so it should be a great game.
Andy?
Yeah, I mean, everything these guys say, our kids are extra excited. They get to play against their friends from school, and it makes it a big game because the whole rest of the year, whoever loses that game, junior high kids, especially in our level with 6th graders, that at Kerr and Hughes, and that it's going to be rough for them the rest of the year. Whoever does win that game, and my team never got to play the Raiders ever, so it'll be our first time.
That's awesome. And so Kim says says Mike Moore, I've heard a lot of trash talk coming from kindergartners that played for Coop all week long. Carrie says my son is on the 8U Dixon Elks and he goes to school with the Raiders, and they have been so excited about this game. So I'll leave it to me what I'm excited about. Now y'all said y'all's little fluff piece. Let me tell you what I'm excited about. I'm excited about whipping Cooper. Okay, so let's get all the fluff out of the way, because for a fact Justin hadn't been like, well, I'm excited about all they get. No, man, Justin's excited about getting on the field. He wants to hang 60 on you, and I know you want to hang 60 on Justin. Andy already told me, guys, he's turning off the scoreboard. Okay,
No,
he said it. He said it before we came in.
No, he
I'm just telling you guys, he said
Fake
it.
news.
He said he said it coming in the door. He said, hey, listen, by first quarter, it's over. I'm pulling all my starters. He said he's pulling all of his starters on the first quarter.
No.
Steve says money's on Coop. I like it. Betting against me, please do. I love it. I love it. It's going to be a fun weekend Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. And guys, get out there and support. Chris, well, I won't repeat what Chris says because it was a curse word, but he says, dang, Andy, but the other word. I see Andy's already firing up the mouses. He's firing them up, man. He's firing them up.
Fake
Justin,
news.
you need to tell him what you said, man. You said you're turning your scoreboard off too.
I don't even know why they'd turn it on.
Hey, travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
Y'all missed all the trash talking while we were on commercial break. Doug said he's turning off the scoreboard too.
Cops came in here.
Cops came in, everything. Coach Robinson says, this is Coach Robinson, and this is my government name, and he promises not to cuss again. I've kind of been around Coach Robinson. I don't know he's going to fulfill that.
Chris has been pressing that for years.
That is
For
100%
years.
not happening.
But not in front of the kids.
Zachary says Coop's going to get you. Larry says Mike's always putting a target on Barrett. Let me read these advertisements, and the chat can get after me. Joco Community Radio is proud to be the voice of Johnson County, Texas, and on the live 24/7 TuneIn Radio Network. Tune in to joco.com is the place to find all the ways to listen, watch. The station app is also available for free on Android and Apple devices. Just simply search your store, and that's where you can check out our lineup and more at jococommunityradio.com. This episode and more is brought to you by Next Level Claims, making your insurance work for you. Reach out to your Texas sales rep at 844-TEXT-HELL. That's 844-839-4245. And then also Versus Sports, 817-308-6064. All right, we got to get into picks. Let me just read some of this chat while Doug gets us ready. Eric says, so we're not going to talk about the 7-0 RYA weekend. Eric, it's always about you, buddy. All right. 7-0.
Hey, just so I didn't know, RYA went 7-0 this weekend. Last weekend.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Wow,
I didn't know that.
Eric, do we want to talk about?
Breaking news.
Did we want to talk about the fear that you had after watching the 12U Elks play this weekend, or we want to hold that for a little bit? Okay, we'll hold that one. I got you, Andy. I got your back, Andy. You don't have trash talk. I got you.
Don't have my
I got you covered.
Feels like the target's on his back.
He is
now.
gonna get you covered, bro.
I won't read Mom M's comment, but thank you, Mom M, for that. Cody says haters. What? Eric says we appreciate you, Doug.
Who's hating on you?
I don't know. Like you get, we appreciate you, Doug.
I
Mike gets
I don't
haters.
understand how I'm
That's
hating
what
on
we
you. I
get.
just said y'all went. Hey, you went 7-0 this last weekend. Great
Yeah,
job,
and
guys.
and so as we go through the picks, I do want to highlight some. So Coach Robinson, we already talked about their team, killed it. Their D linemen and stuff. And I don't think we had a whole lot of shout outs that came in. And by the way, you guys that send shout outs right before the start of the show, it is really hard for us to get to them, so we're not ignoring them. But we just can't do them. But on the was a shout out that got sent to me by Kerry. Says Rylan Williams, a running back and defensive end, big TDs on offense and on defense.
Okay, go ahead, buddy.
Okay, so this is a two-way. Charlie Tim and Junior Nahara, I hope I pronounced that. Little guys shooting the gaps, making big sacks and tackle for losses. And then, like I said, that Robinson team dominated it this weekend. Kimberly says BYA and BBGC 9U cheerleaders have practice. Oh, I did see that.
I saw that too.
That was really cool. They had practice last night. It was so much fun.
Yeah, me and Justin talked about that too. We were gonna have practice, and then it got too dark. We couldn't practice.
That's not what Justin said.
It was 100% going to happen.
Justin said you were scared.
Oh, that's to practice. I was so frightened to practice. Oh my god, I'm not even going to the game.
Anthony says we're turning the scoreboard off at halftime, and I do want to say Becky, who she's apparently making all of them according to Kim the boots, said keep a watch on the BBGC Facebook page for pics of the boots. They will be posted there. Once again, thank you, Becky, for taking your time to doing that. Cody says no fear. Andy is my boy. He don't even like you, Mike. So that's cool. You don't have to have fear. I seen it in all y'all's eyes this weekend. I could feel it coming. Yeah, I could see it. It was there. They were scared.
Ready to do these picks, man?
I'm having fun. 25 Ryland Beast mode. All right, let's go picks.
All right.
We're saving the Raiders picks for afterwards. Let's go.
I got one Raider pick though because not playing. SYA Prater versus BYA Matinee.
Give me BYA.
BYA.
There you go, BYA. We got RYA versus Lake Worth.
RYA. Even though I might change it if Eric keeps up.
We got Vigara versus LYC. Yeah, I don't know. I even wasted my time talking about that one. Waxahachie
Lock of the week, by the way.
Waxahachie versus Midlow.
Give me Waxahachie there.
All right, let's
I haven't
go.
seen either one, but I'm gonna take Waxahachie there.
That
KY
Waxahachie
versus
team's good.
Are they?
Yeah.
What KY versus Red Oak.
Give me KY. That KY team's
Let's
better
go
than they look. Than their record shows.
All right, now we
They
got
are
What? None of
way
you
better.
old fogey coaches want to say anything about flag? I get it. Yeah,
I'm telling you,
they
that
all still in
They
bed.
only
That's
care
what
about
that team.
that's what it is.
They're
They don't care about
solid.
that tackle.
6U Diaz versus LYSA.
Give me Diaz.
We got Red Oak versus Ennis.
Yeah, I'm
That
gonna take Red Oak. Yeah,
By the way,
Played
my
with those
6U
guys.
lock of the week is Waxahachie.
Waxahachie.
We got Midlow Kidder versus Midlow Garrick.
Garrick.
Yeah. Yep.
That's all day, Garrick. Garrick, that's a good team, boy.
Really good team.
Yeah. Then we got RYA versus Ferris.
Our way.
You sure you don't want to go Ferris?
No.
I'm going Ferris.
Okay.
No.
I
Okay.
played with these guys last year.
Okay.
That Ferris team is really good.
Okay. KYA versus Waxahachie.
Give me KY. They're good.
KYA.
That's Mustafa, right?
sure. You
Is
say
it
is.
Waxahachie Cooper?
Yeah.
6U?
Yeah.
Nah, Cooper.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
my 6U.
That's a big game. That's a 3-1 team versus a 4-0 team. That's a big game.
That
this week.
Waxahachie Cooper,
Yeah.
he's got some speed.
That's a big game this week. All right, now moving on into
Okay, so 7U. BY doesn't Burst doesn't have the Elks don't have a 7U team, so Burton versus BYA.
give me BYA.
Yeah.
It's
Let's
doing
go,
good things.
Johnson.
We got SY Marquez versus RYA.
Our way.
Okay. Red Oak versus Ennis.
Red Oak.
We got Midlow versus Ferris. You're gonna pick Midlow because you don't pick Ferris until like
Looking up
8U.
I'm looking at
He
standings.
always does that.
I'm not cheating.
You're supposed to do that before the show.
I didn't have time.
It's called prep.
Ferris.
Oh, hey, okay.
Don't let me down, Ferris. I'll never pick you again.
KYA versus Waxahachie.
KYA. Just kidding. Waxahachie.
Lock of the week. Waxahachie, baby.
Sorry, I've seen all the
Waxahachie.
little KYA posts. It says KYA going to beat 6U as bad as 9U lost last week, is what Ian Diaz says. It's Mustafa. Is that like Mufasa, but Mustafa? Got it. I'll make sure to clarify that. 12U Elks look decent against Cody's Lake Worth team without the Smith kid they stole from the Raiders. Everybody's stealing somebody.
Well, I won't talk about that. All right, so we got BBC Jones versus RYA.
We're in 8U now?
Yeah, 8U.
RYA.
Baker. That's why versus Lake Worth.
Baker.
Lock of the week again. Ain't never picking against you. That's why Jordan versus LYSA.
Jordan.
We got Midlow Akron versus Ennis.
Midlow.
Go Ennis.
Ooh, okay. I like it.
Then we got Waxahachie versus Ferris.
Waxahachie.
Is who you picking?
No, Ferris.
Oh, but
I told you I'm never picking against that Ferris team until they lose.
All right, so KYA versus Red
He
Oak.
definitely has them ready.
They're good.
Yes.
They're a good team. Give me KY.
Okay. 9U.
Oh, here we go now. We got 9U people here.
SYA versus
wait,
RYA. What?
John says I'm sleeping on his 5U team in Lakewood. I'm not sleeping on you guys.
He said y'all were no good at all. That's what he said earlier, but
I didn't say that.
that's exactly what you said.
I said they were average.
I'm
just kidding.
That's what he said.
It was in the break, but I heard it.
He's no good at all. So
I'm still caught up on this. This Elks team. How many games y'all lost in like how many years? Like 3 in like 20 years. And
can we stay on focus? We're not.
I just love it. Like, the Elks, the 12U Elks team is finally good.
Somebody put that on there.
Wow.
They're only like the Patriots of Pee Wee football. Like, they have so many rings for these kids, they're falling off, but they're finally good because they got one player. That's awesome. I love it.
SYA.
Oh, LYSA beast mode. I love it.
RYA 9U.
Hold up. We got an upset being called here. We're eating Gator on the regular. It's about to be game tomorrow.
Who are they playing? Who are they playing again? I don't even know who they're playing.
Lake Worth.
Stop it. Stop it, Lake Worth. Stop it. Don't do that.
It's Courtney. It sounds like the MD's giving you the device. You're about to eat some bad Gator, and it might make you sick. So stop it.
I take it back. Oh God, that was not good. Hey,
all right, Demont. Okay,
SYA versus
Coach,
RYA.
Coach says pick wisely. They have you next week, Demondre. Your coach.
Oh, for the
he says you better pick wisely.
Oh, ooh. Anyway, can we get this SYA
No,
RYA game?
the chat is going crazy.
We gotta get to this game because Justin wants to pick it.
Okay, all right. Who we got?
Justin wants to pick this one.
I'm 100% going SYA on that one. Come on, man.
Versus RYA?
Yeah.
Eric, are y'all gonna? No, I'm just kidding. They ain't showing up. SYA.
Oh wow. Oh, Brogan versus Lake Worth.
They got real quiet on that game.
Brogan versus Lake Worth.
Who?
Midlow Brogan versus
Midlow.
Lake Worth. Okay, that's my lock of the week. Lake Worth, let's get it. Ah!
Hey, one of those teams winning their first game of the year.
That's what's happening.
I like it.
We got this is gonna be a good game too. KYA versus Midlow Marnette. Ooh.
So here's
That's
my
gonna be a good
deal.
game.
That Martinet. So did the Martinet finally get a win last week?
Yes, they did.
They did. Okay. So I've said this about that team. That team is a lot better than.
Are they 2-2?
They are 1-3 right now. But there are.
Oh.
So here's. I'm gonna say this again about this team. And Justin, you played them.
I played
That
them
is
too.
a team. You've already played them too.
Mm-hmm.
That is a team that is right now second in the standings on the national conference. We won't talk about that. How bad that conference is performing right now. But still,
KYA is performing really well.
yeah.
Yes, they are. They look good.
Hey, KYA, you see that?
The Waxahachie of last year. All right. So here's the deal. That Martinet team, no, I'm telling y'all don't want to see them if they make the playoffs. You don't want to see them. So first off, yes, I'm picking Martinet to win that game. But that's a good team, right, Justin?
Yes, it is. It was a very solid team.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like that, you don't want to pick them.
Yeah, I think
You don't want to play them, Doug.
I think Mr.
I've
Derek.
already played them.
No, you neither one of you
in
two
the
guys want to
playoffs.
play them in the playoffs. I'm
Oh.
telling you, you don't like that. I will just pre-mark it down with 5 weeks to go till the playoff season. That will probably be my upset pick. Unless they play, if they play KY, I'm picking them to upset them. I'm just saying that right now.
Okay. So
Love you, KY. Much love.
Apparently, there's no love there, but okay.
Yeah, I would definitely go KYA.
Oh, apparently
Derek,
we're
don't let
dragging
me
it
down.
out.
Don't let me down.
RYA all Cody says RYA all day, and just because Whitehead couldn't get the job done doesn't mean he won't. Steve says, sorry, Martinet, KYA gonna make you 1-4. Here's what I'll tell you. KYA makes Martinet 1-4. I will be a believer in KYA.
They're a good team now.
They are a good team.
They're a good team.
I just don't know that they're at that. I think they're like the Cowboys. The playoff team. They're good, but they're gonna disappoint you. That's what I feel about them. Like could they make it? Could they?
Cowboy hate too.
I love the Cowboys. I bleed blue.
You can always tell when a coach is talking about another team that it's not his division at all. He's not gonna play them no matter what. So you just let it all go. Let it all. Hey, you know what? They ain't that good. They're good, but not really. I don't believe in them. Hey, you play them? No, I'm in 5U, so we're good.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Exactly. Y'all gotta play them. I'm just pumping them up for you, man.
All right, we got.
Just so you guys know, Doug backs everything I say.
Yeah.
KYA, everything. So when y'all step out on the field,
Look, I got blamed last week. Last week, Coach came to me and says, "Why you pick against us?" I said, "I didn't pick that game. I said Mike did." He said, "No, you did." I said, "All I said was Waxahachie had a good defense. You put 40 on them. I'm sorry,
bro. You signed up. That's why the show is M&D now.
like,
It's
wow, I
M&D
didn't
after the
say
whistle.
nothing.
The doctors.
Y'all ain't remember, y'all. I ain't picked one game. So when y'all come to me, my lock is wrong. Which
Who's your lock this week in this group?
Lake Worth.
Oh Lord. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, and I don't, and so I'm not sure. This mom person keeps posting about Lake Worth, Cody. Ma'am, you probably should just call the division. So I'm not going to read your comments. Let's see. Demondre says 40-6 against Waxahachie.
Yeah, he put 40 on him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't date that. 8U Gators by a lot. Coach Deontay. Let's see here. Be sure whatever it takes, Mike. You lock against KYA. We 0-4 on his picks. I love it. All right, let's go.
All right, we got Red Oak versus Waxahachie.
Red Oak, Waxahachie.
Thank you. All right, 10U.
Here we go. Now we're getting into some bigger football
we got,
too.
BBCG Holcomb versus Arway. Yeah.
Arway.
Hey, shout out to Holcomb. Got their first win.
They did, man.
Yeah,
Big first win for Holcomb last week. And those boys deserve it.
At least they got the one in because they ain't winning this week. Sorry, bro. They ain't winning this
You
week.
just got on to me about the way that I talk to people, and here you go.
I'm learning from you. I ain't got to play him. It's all good.
Y'all hang out too much.
Please note that Doug said he's learning from me. I just want that noted. What time is this on the live? We got 4:46. Okay.
SY Bowling versus Lake Worth.
SY. I'm gonna put that as a sound clip. Mike, I'm learning from you.
KY Sheffield versus LSA.
Sheffield.
We got Lampkins Midlow versus Ennis.
Midlow.
Oh, I didn't think you were gonna do that. All right. We got Ferris versus Robinson. You know he's picking Robinson, right, Ferris?
Robinson.
Yeah, he's never picking against them. We got Cooks versus Waxahachie Sedolis.
Waxahachie.
And we got Hill, Waxahachie versus Red Oak.
Give me Red Oak.
Okay. I got Robinson, of course, on lock of the week.
Of course you do.
All day.
Y'all notice how Doug's lock of the week.
Really stepping out there on that one. Really stepping out.
Tell
on
me
the limb,
what.
Doug.
Tell me a better game to pick from that one. There's not. Come on.
All right, so we got a few comments here. We got Longhorns 10U SYA. He says, how about Cody says, how about RYA 10U with their first big win over the undefeated LYSA that Mike picked over us? Big win for them. I did pick LYSA. Good win there for RYA there. Let's see. Eric says, Mike, wrong pick, 9 out of 10 when RYA didn't come out of his mouth. Katie says, Doug, I love the way you say Waxahachie.
Oh, thank you. Waxahachie.
Amber says, shout out to the 10U Red Oak Hawks. DD says, say it with your chest, Red Oak.
Say it with your chest.
Red Oak.
I don't know how you
Red Oak.
I don't know how you say that. Perilous says LYSA coming. And Cody says, once again, like Cody tells me I'm wrong every week, but I seem to be right like 33 times out of 40 something picks. So I mean,
you're doing okay.
I know, man. I know these people. I can't never satisfy anybody. All right, let's go. We
12U. We got SY Hemming versus RYA.
Man, I just want to take it just to make Eric mad.
Just
but
do it.
RYA.
Oh,
RYA is gonna go undefeated until they play the Elks.
Hey, never mind. SY McCray versus Lake Worth.
Lake Worth. I think Lake Worth is just a really good team. They've played 2 tough games to start the year off.
BBCG Fountain versus LYSA. There's a Fontaine.
Give me Fountain there.
Okay.
I'm going to take Fountain there.
We got Midlow Dean versus Midlow Murphy.
Murphy's 2-1 and Dean's 2-2. So kind of even teams. I'm gonna go with Murphy here.
All right, Murphy. Then we have KYA versus Waxahachie Collins.
Give me Collins.
And then we have Waxahachie versus Red Oak. Or should I say Red Oak?
Yeah, say it with your chest, Red Oak. Hey, that Red Oak team's 3-0.
There you go. Are you gonna pick them?
Yeah, they're going 4-0.
There you go.
I believe in them.
All right.
I believe in them. That's a bet to me. That's the best team that they have out there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Here and that my lock of the week is KYA for that one.
KYA lock of the
For
week.
12.
There you go, KYA. See, DeMondre says if KYA win tomorrow, you need to have us on the show next week. Bet.
Oh, come on to the show.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. So if you lose, you're not coming?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I mean, like, do they get on here? No, I think they should come.
Yeah, come on.
If they lose too,
I think so.
so they can say we lost. And Mike, you were right. That's what.
Wow.
That's what I hope. DeMondre says we come in either way.
There you go.
Larry says respect for the 12U Lake Worth. Them boys played hard. Yeah, a lot of good stuff there. All right, now let's get to the pick picks.
It's boot time.
It's a boot time.
Little boot, baby boot, whatever you want to call it.
All right, let's skip 5U,
Oh, yeah,
9U.
So we go 6U. 6U.
Okay. Elks.
Raiders.
Raiders.
Definitely Elks.
Raiders. You don't have a 7U team.
Elks. Oh,
Elks.
my bad.
So are you not even being like, you just picking people?
No, I'm not, man. I'm being legit. I'm gonna
Obviously
be.
you're not.
I am being
You
legit.
don't have a team. Pick Elks. Like we don't have a team.
That means we're winning. We're winning.
That means
This is going to be the most boring pick segment ever.
if he's gonna do it like that,
It's like everybody already knows. Move on to the next
All right.
topic. Everybody's going to pick.
Dixon versus BYA
Elks.
versus
Raiders.
Pitchback.
Man, this one's a tough one. Definitely going
Pitchback.
Elks.
Doug,
The
why ain't you
practice is where
picking?
I'm
I
at.
want Doug's lock of the week
Oh,
on these things.
Raiders.
That wasn't enough chest.
I don't need it.
I will definitely say this. Pitchback's been working really hard this week.
Pitchback. Okay.
Yeah, he's been practicing down the field for me, and I've been seeing his practice.
they'll
be ready.
For
Don't let
8U.
me down. Yeah.
I mean, I hope they are.
All right, 10U. We got BBCG Clark versus BYA.
Clark
BYA's coming.
to go home.
What? Just don't look.
Come on,
We're
man.
not-
Are you honestly telling me you're picking BYA over that Clark team that's one of the best in the leagues? Come on, be serious now.
I think it's gonna be tough for BYA.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be tough. For them.
Thank you. See?
Yeah, I think we're all going. I'm going Clark. You're going Clark on that one too, right?
Kim says all the
Nah,
boots are
I'm
coming
good.
back. Angel says let's go Elks. Tyler says 6U and 9U Elks. Eric says already I'm out. See, all we have to do is talk about the Elks, and Eric leaves.
right.
Now we know.
He gets
Yeah,
scared.
we gotta talk about the Elks. Okay, let's talk
Y'all,
about.
y'all don't tell him I said that.
Let's talk about the 12U Elks. Can we talk about them?
Let's go. 12U Elks.
So you got 12U Barrett versus BYA. Now we'll say this:
Okay, go ahead.
BYA is definitely getting better and better and better and better every week. They're a hard team. They're hard out. So they're gonna come to play. Andy's got a great team. Everybody knows that. But it ain't gonna be just slobber knocker. They're gonna play hard. And I think they got a shot at it. I think
Shot at what?
they got a shot at the game. There's no game. They're just I'm gonna say they're not gonna win. Not the 12U team. I'm not gonna say that. Automatically lost. But it's gonna be
Coach Jay's team, right?
Yep, they're gonna play tough, man. And he's got a good team, though. I mean, I'm not saying they ain't gonna win, but I'm saying it ain't gonna be just as easy as he thinks it is.
They're all right. Andy's team's all right.
Yeah, they're all right. Yeah.
My lock of the week. If the scoreboard's not shut off by the middle of the second quarter,
He keeps moving that time back on you, Andy. I just want to highlight.
I'm just saying what Andy told me earlier today.
This happens every week. Mike says, well, they're going to turn off the scoreboard. And then the opposing coach comes up and
Listen.
the parents get mad at me. And they're like, oh, so I hear you're turning off the scoreboard. Like, we didn't say that. That's all Mike.
Coach Jay's going to coach hard. They got a real special running back over there. Really, really good. I think they're going to be way overmatched. I don't think this game was within several touchdowns. Right. I just don't. I'm being very real here. I think this 12U Elks team can beat a lot of 7th grade middle school teams, and probably the one at Kerr that my son plays on. And if y'all don't believe that I've said that, you can ask some of the other Kerr dads that I've talked to. They're a very, 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 very good football team that's been playing together for a long while, even with the new pieces that have added onto it. They're a very, very good team. I don't think anybody challenges them this year. I thought Lake Worth would give them somewhat of a challenge. And while I know the scoreboard was by 20 points, the reality of it is that he won't say this, but I will. They were going in to score to make it like 33-12, and they fumbled on the 2-yard line. Lake Worth scooped it up. Questionable lateral, but they scored, and that made that scoreboard a little bit closer than it actually was. But that game was over. And I think the next best team in 12U is RYA, and RYA and Lake Worth, they battled it out. Huge battle, went down kind of to the wire, and that game was somewhat close. And I think that those are the top 3 teams in 12U. I do believe the Raiders are in that next tier. I'll never count out Coach Jay. He always is scheming up stuff and moving stuff around, and he puts players in positions. And so, yes, I think that they can have a good showing when the game starts, but I don't see this game being close at all. That's my honest assessment off of it. Chris says RYA loves the attention. BYA Raider football says no comment.
What is that?
Yeah, BYA says no comment. Oh, carry it on. He says there's only one team that can beat Clark this year, and it's not BYA. See, Carrie's in that division. Got to listen up. And I agree with him on that. I agree with him.
Who's the other team?
Dude, that Midlow team. I mean, I'm not quite ready to say to start sizing them up, but I mean,
no, you're not ready to say it yet.
We're getting close.
Robinson.
Say it with chest out.
That one you can't say. You gotta say that. Gotta say that sexy like.
Ari says Big 12. So I was wondering where Ari was at. I haven't seen her yet.
Yeah,
Big 12 to 12 Elks. Ari says the only players from last year is number 8 and 45 on the Elks. That's not quite true, but okay.
That's news to me.
Yeah, that's not quite true. I know all those kids that have been there. All right, who's next? Let's go.
All right. You want to go 9U? You want to go 6U? Let's go 9U because I really want to talk about the 6U game too.
Oh, well, we got to save you and Justin to last. Let's go 5U.
Other way around.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
That 5U game's gonna be fun.
All right, let's go 9U.
We got 9U. BBCG Elks versus the Burleson Raiders.
Gonna be a good game. Elks.
Let's go Raiders.
Who you got, Justin?
You know what? I'm just giving my boys a shout out. They played a great game last week. We're excited about this week. I just got a couple boys that came back for me. Tucker Dixon, Gunnar Nail, lead us to victory. Go Elks all the way. And it's going to be a good game.
I definitely think all day the Raiders are going to be up in some butt this weekend. So I see that without a doubt, my boys come to play, refocus from a last week game that they were not focused at all. They are going to be so focused and ready for this game. And without a doubt, Raiders take this game. So it's going to be a good game, like you said, but Raiders take this game.
Honest assessment of this game. I believe y'all's game and our game will be the 2 most competitive games of the weekend out there. Personally speaking, I think
agree with that.
They're going to be the most competitive games that are going to be on the field out there. I think they're the most evenly matched teams from what I have seen out there. Only because of the way that I've seen the Elks play last week. I'm picking the Elks over the Raiders. I mean, I'm just saying, like they gave that, they gave that frog team all they wanted.
They were missing their best player too, though.
Congratulations.
I was missing my quarterback and running back second half, bud. So
yeah,
I'm talking the whole game, not the first half.
Yeah, and so and I all that makes a difference.
But you played a good game. I told you that before. I said that was a good game. That was no doubt.
So we got people coming in.
That's all you guys have. That's it.
That's all. See,
that's it.
That's high quality.
From the guy that doesn't say nothing at all. He's worried about us. Over here talking.
All right. David Dixon says 9U Elks. It won't be close. Deontay says 9U BYA. Rita says 9U Elks. Brittany Cooper says Justin has the Raiders deep down. Kimberly says 9U Elks for sure. It will be a fun game. Gris says good thing Granbury 12U from last year or Williams 12U KYA not around this year. A lot of 11-year-olds went to 7th grade. Well, that's what happens. You move up after 12.
Hey, we gotta go, man. You're messing around.
Okay, fine. Let's
6U.
5U.
5U.
See, you can't even say 5U.
It right. Coop all day.
Let's go.
Coop all day. Let's go, Coop.
Let's go.
What you got? Who you picking?
Go ahead, Coop. Who you picking?
Oh, definitely my boys.
Listen,
But I will say this.
You're
I'm
gonna
not
lose.
going to sit here
You're
and
gonna
predict the
lose.
score, but it's going to be a touchdown game.
a touchdown game.
By touchdown. Whoever wins by a touchdown.
So here's what I'll tell you about I feel our game. Last team with the ball is going to win.
Yes.
Last team with the ball is going to win. Coop, I love you, man.
Andy.
Oh,
Here's
it's
your
okay.
chance. Here's your chance.
Got to go with the Elks.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's shutting it off. He's shutting it off.
Listen, I got 4 seconds just to tell Coop. Sorry, Coop. You're going to start the Raiders off with a bad day with that loss. Y'all have a good weekend.
Raiders
we'll
win.
see.
Raiders win. Raiders win.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.